live.
You're live. Let me pull up this Twitch chat with my 30-minute ads for a second.
Oh, it says on our YouTube, if you go there, it says upcoming. It knows.
Ooh.
I don't know how it
Oh,
knows, but it
man.
does.
Here's my boot.
Yeah, I was
Ooh.
the invisible boot.
I can't-
So low profile, you can't even see it. There you
How
go.
does it know? I don't know.
Why does it do that? Isn't that
Because I
funny?
don't have
You gotta do the influencer thing where you put your
Yeah,
hand behind it.
I don't have a green screen. That's the thing. So like it just I don't know. It's trying to just do a smart
It's doing
version
its
of
best. Yeah.
it. Yeah. All right.
All right, we're on
We're
YouTube.
live, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna close Twitch for the bandwidth, so somebody else. Yeah.
I got eyes on the Twitch. On the
Twitchels?
the Twitchuation.
Oh yeah, we got us here. All right, cool. You guys, are you ready?
Are you gonna record it?
Shit.
Let's get
Maybe.
that. Let's get that in before we start here.
Actually, yeah. I'm fucking glad you said something because I already forgot. I spit because I was like, oh, whoops.
I saw it in your face when you were
Yeah.
like, she right.
Wait, where'd Zoom go? All right, cool. The magic words are coming up right now.
Recording in progress.
All right.
There it is.
You Gucci?
We were on a runway strip.
Let's do
You're
it.
getting the green ready to go.
All right. We going. Dude, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. My name is Mark,
I'm Vic.
And I'm Evelyn.
and we are To Live and Talk in LA, stuttering Stanley.
We're making it, dude. It's all
We
right.
bounced back. It's okay.
I mean, Peter packed a pickle pepper. What is a good tongue twister to really? Because I didn't do my vocal warm ups this morning.
Sally sells
pre-show.
seashells by the seashore.
I like the High School Musical one where she's like,
Uh,
See what I'm
Those
talking
ones you
about?
can't really fuck it up. That's why those are great. You're just making like spaz noises. It's totally
and
natural.
it like loosens the thing, you
Yeah.
know, like it gets the stutter out. Maybe we should do some vocal prep.
Is that okay? Is that really a thing?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I've seen it once, and I thought it was a fucking joke. And my mind is going to Nick Lachey when he had this. This is a good pull for all the Gen Zers when he had that reality show with Jessica Simpson.
I remember this.
No, this
What
is
was it
beyond
called? Do
me.
you remember what it was called?
Was it Newlyweds?
I think it was. Such a weird time. Like those reality TV shows. We
I-
don't do that
I mean,
anymore. Well,
I don't-
kinda.
I don't understand the allure that Nick Lachey has. And I say this because like he's quietly been working for the last 20 years.
Am
He's
I
Doing
who
what?
who? Nicola who?
Nick Lachey.
This is all going over her head. And you were right. I just looked it up. It's called Newlyweds. Newlyweds, Nick and Jessica. It's got a
Yeah.
3.9 on IMDb. History does not look back fondly on Newlyweds.
Oh,
was
oh,
fun.
oh. I know this man.
Yeah, he was 98 degrees
Yes.
Yeah.
because boy bands in the 90s and the early 2000s had 5 people. But 98 degrees had 3 people. And it was jacked up Guidos with a tan. And he pivoted into marrying Jessica Simpson, and that was kind of like it was when reality TV really started taking off. He was there. He was at the peak of it, and I'll always remember it because that was if viral was a thing back then, it would have been when Jessica Simpson was confused that the tuna she was eating was chicken of the sea.
I
remember that. Yeah,
That
I
was
remember
bad.
that.
She got raked over the coals for that.
That was the viral moment. And then they ended up getting divorced, and he married my girl. I'm fucking blanking on her name now, but I loved her as a kid when she was on MTV. She's a VJ. They're married now, and they host Love Is Blind.
Really?
Oh, I don't know who any of these
That
people
is
are.
so funny. I don't know who that woman is.
But he's quietly been working, and I've never said Damn, dude, I
Vanessa
wonder what's
Lachey.
up with Nick Lachey. What is
Oh,
going
I
on
do
with him?
know her for something. His
Vanessa
wife,
Lakey,
Vanessa
is that right?
Lachey.
Yeah.
Lachey? Oh, like Lachey,
Yeah.
like Nick, like Nick Lachey.
Yeah. I mean, in a alternate universe, it's Nick Lackey.
This
Could
could
be
be, it
Lackey.
could be the lackeys for all I know. This is foreign to me. You guys are, take it away.
Oh, I'm just shocked you don't know 98 Degrees and Nick Lachey.
No, I know 98 Degrees. I
Yeah.
don't know Nick
I mean,
Lachey.
I couldn't tell you a 98 Degrees song. And right now, I'm looking up 98 Degrees. I'm looking at them, and it's funny looking through the photos because I'm struggling to find a picture of them when they were like in their prime. Even any of the pictures I'm looking at, like one of them just looks super awkward and like old. Even I think even in their youngest stuff, like I can't find a picture of them all looking hot. It's just like an undescribable, weird,
You can do
inexplicable
the
boy
same
band.
thing for Backstreet Boys. Like, just
No.
try it,
Okay,
dude.
let's see. I'm gonna try this right now.
Go back. It's not what you remember. I don't know how to explain
But
that
I feel like
18-year-olds look like
yeah.
adults then.
I don't know. I'm looking at photos of them and they do look kind of weird, but at least they're all like young and they have haircuts.
Youthful.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. 98 Degrees was was the sleeper hit, which you would when you look at them, you're like, uh-oh, New Kids on the Block. These guys are tough. And then they start singing I Do Cherish You for the rest of my life. You don't have to think twice. I still remember that song. That was
Mark,
my
you need to be a boy band. I don't know. You need to be in one of these groups.
I don't have the lyrics pulled up, and I'm pretty sure that was it. And you know why? It's because it was it was a middle school dance song. And I don't know how you guys felt in your middle school dances, but you would go and no one would dance to Country Grammar by Nelly because no one was freak dancing back then because that was the thing, freaking, right?
No
Like,
one was
oh,
willing to go there.
yeah. But when the slow dance song came up and you had 90 Degrees or you had Jodeci, I want Joe, I want to know. You start looking around, you're like, I need to ask a girl to dance. And then like
That's a big moment.
it's the longest 3 minutes and 47 seconds and the shortest 3 minutes and 3 minutes and 47 seconds of your life because you're looking for someone who is going to dance with me. And then you don't know because you didn't have this queued up earlier. I didn't say, "Hey, next song, that's me, baby girl." It was I was just panicking. I was like, "I guess I'll just go ask someone within arm's reach," and then I would just dance. Did you guys dance in middle school?
I remember this is funny because it's bringing back memories for me. I have memories now of being in the 7th grade and at a dance, and nobody wanted to dance. None of the guys wanted to dance, and I said, "Fuck it," and I danced. And I think this may be rose tinted glasses or whatever, but I seem to remember myself dancing in a circle of like 4 chicks and feeling pretty pumped about it actually because it worked. I was willing to dance and it paid off big time, dude. You know, those were good
So
times.
was nobody dancing, and then you started this whole
Yeah, did you
Quartet.
set
I
a
think
trend?
What I seem to remember is that the girls were dancing and they wanted guys to
Okay.
dance with, and they were not showing up, dude. Nobody wanted to play ball, and I did. And I remember their faces and their names, dude. So this is not a fake memory. I know who it was. I'm not gonna put them on blast on the show, you know, because some of them
Why
I still
not?
follow on
Just kidding.
Instagram. But it was good.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because the middle school I went to, at least for 6th and 7th grade, I was in a little bit of a more like hoodie kind of area, or to say that more formally, lower socioeconomic status. Um, excuse me.
Getting bookie.
But yeah, they were definitely freaking in my set, like the teachers had to be like no 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 no, and then everybody would like
Yeah.
get in like a circle and then hide the people that were like grinding in the inside,
Love to see
you
it.
know.
Mhm.
It was apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. We were getting low, low, low. We were not stopping. So I had a little bit of a different experience. Both the guys and the gals were in there, but I was trying to like not get stuck in the middle because I was like, I don't know, this is kind of weird. Like we don't even really talk, and you guys are doing all this stuff in the middle. Like strange for me.
Well, okay. How about the slow dance though? In the lower socioeconomic
Do they even
economy
know
of
how
places?
to over there?
So that it had the opposite effect. So slow dance was when people weren't like Oh, we can grind, but we can't like look in each other's eyes
You can't grind
and
that
listen to
slow.
slow music. Yeah, you can't do that. So that's when everybody would be like up against the two walls,
Everybody
and
takes a water break.
nobody's in the middle except for like the three people that are
Yeah.
like dating. Yeah, everybody's super thirsty. All of a sudden people have to go pee, like everybody just disappears.
It's funny you say how people were freaking and it's like a socioeconomic thing because okay, I went to junior high in Granada Hills. It's a school called Patrick Henry Middle School. It's a magnet program. Like I wasn't in
I
it.
was also in a magnet
I was not
program
in it, but
though.
my friends were. I was totally lost in junior high with all these like kids. They were just not like me. And I finally met the magnet kids and like anime and skateboarding and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, this is it. And they
Home
showed me
sweet home.
Slipknot. Yeah. And I just discovered myself. But anyways, that's besides the point. So when we were at the dance there, it was a lot of slow dancing. It was all front side, keeping it clean. And then 2 years later, I moved to Palmdale. Not as nice of a neighborhood for sure. Not as nice, it's tough out there.
Maybe a little lower SES,
And
yeah.
and I was at a quinceañera, and they could not stop us from freaking, dude. They were playing Peaches and Cream. They were playing the hits, and
That was my
all
first
the
favorite song.
kids they were grinding, and it's like they couldn't stop us. The parents yelled at us multiple times, and I remember that day because that was the first time that I freaked with a girl. I was doing that type of dancing, and I kept putting my hands like around her belly. And she did not like it. So she kept moving my hands, but I just felt like that's just kind of where they naturally were landing, was right
No,
under the
that's
little
not
pouch.
kosher, Vic.
I
No,
didn't know.
you
I
don't
didn't
do
know.
that.
She hated it so much.
By the way, Palmdale's getting shout outs in the chat right now.
Hey, P-Dale, let's go. Ollie boy.
What were you doing? Like playing Babalu on her belly?
Dude, it's just like, where you put your hands. I wasn't going to go too far down because I was like 15. So I was just resting them under the belly, not a big one, just a little pouch,
Yeah.
But that was very sensitive to her, I think, and it's just funny thinking
Yeah.
about that now. It's all coming back. That was not the
The
move.
fupa is a no-go zone.
dude,
It
you
doesn't,
gotta-
it does not discriminate upon age. It is not a thing that we like.
You gotta
Yeah.
go. You gotta go for the hips,
And
dude.
I just remember her moving my hands like 3 times, and I just kept, not to be weird, it just happened. I don't know. And then we stopped dancing, But that was, I remember her too. I'm not gonna say her name, but it's funny thinking of this stuff now,
She's gonna name drop you on her next
Yeah,
like
seriously.
Instagram live. It was
Bring her.
Victor.
You should invite her on a show, honestly, and like, hey, like,
Yeah.
walk me
it was
through.
at Jackie's quinceañera, dude. I remember.
Jackie knows. Jackie
Jackie
remembers.
probably knows. Dude. Jackie knows.
It was probably,
In the chat, hands on the hips, Vic.
Hands
Hands
on the
on the hips.
Now I know. Yeah, I'm a hands on the hips guy all the way.
in my high school senior prom, there, leading up to the prom, there was this kind of mandate by like the school administration, no freak dancing,
Wow.
and,
They're getting it
and
out there
everyone was
early.
like, well,
They need an initiative, huh?
For me, it was like, I guess that sucks, but like it was like footloose in my school because people were like, how can you say there's no freak dancing? Like it's like, I don't know, man. Like it was, freak dancing isn't as cool as it sounded back then. Like if you look back, you're like, all right, this isn't it, dude. Like,
Yeah.
dancing was comprised of the gangster two-step for dudes, and growing up where I was, like salsa and merengue, like the with 1 2 1 2 2 1 step back and forward. Those are the only moves that you had really at the time. And if freak dancing was actually a good excuse to just fucking grind your genitals
Just
on somebody to like the BPM, and it was like,
But also
mean-
with the teachers like literally 6 feet
Yeah.
away.
I mean, it was
so bad.
They're like,
It
I'm
is-
literally gonna see you in 30 minutes in our next period. Like, what do you think is happening here?
She's out there
And
getting
it's totally sober. Don't forget that. Most of these kids totally sober.
yeah, you're all juiced up on hormones, and you get like R. Kelly before R. Kelly and just bump and grind. You're like, all right, let's fucking get it, dude.
And you're a teenager. You've had so much anxiety leading up to this day, like
Yeah.
nightmare, whatever about it, and you're finally there and it's working, and you're like, I'm going for this, Then they're on fire.
Well, and
Iconic.
also the problem too is TikTok and Instagram. Everyone can fucking dance now. I feel like when you watch movies, like you watch not another teen movie, and everyone's singing and dancing, and they make a joke saying, "Oh, everyone here is like a professional dancer." it's kind of getting to the point where everyone's actually a pretty good fucking dancer already, and it's not fair because all I resorted to was a two-step and grinding my junk on your thigh, thinking I was getting you off. That was that was kind of my move in college.
It never ends. It never
It's
ends.
really separating people now, yeah. Because I think now we're gonna have this new generation of kids who are keen to TikTok dances and know how to dance, and the ones that just are not exposed to it. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough on those awkward kids. You know, it was already hard enough.
I'm
In the
waiting for like the oh wait, what's in the
no,
chat?
no, go.
I'm waiting for those like 80s dance moves to come back where it's
Mm.
like you know how like old things come back, like the 90s fashions coming back, things are cool that are like not cool.
Mm.
I want them to bring back that like you know when you can just do this in the club, you just like move your hands a little bit and it
Yeah.
doesn't even have to be you don't even have to move your
Mm.
feet. Like people would stand in one place and just groove, dude.
Mm.
I'm waiting for that to come back because the grinding, the coordinated dancing, it's all a little bit much for me.
Well, I'm I'm in millennial territory, and Gen Z has been kind of clapping back at millennials. And one of the things they said that is so chuggy or so lame
Here we go.
is dancing with your hands up.
Really?
Yeah, I need it to come back. I need it back.
Yeah, that's a thing where they're like, it's so lame when you're dancing with your hands up. So like, are you supposed to dance like Charlie Brown and like move your legs
Yeah.
and keep
What
your
else do
hands
you
to your
do with
side?
your hands?
What are you supposed to do? Like, my hands will go up. I mean,
You
it's
you
been
put them on the fupa. You just remember
Yeah,
around the belly.
that's exactly it.
like, like honestly, like, fuck you, Gen Z. Like, maybe I want to, like, I want to let people know I'm having a good time by putting my hands up. I've been
How do they
trained to do
dance?
that.
What is their solution then? They keep it. How high is too high? They
I
just
know.
keep on the
What
side. Like, what are they
what
doing?
is the Mason Dixon line of too high? I don't know because I'm not sure.
Please
But
explain to me.
if I dance, like my hands will cholos up side to side is kind of like the bear, like is the
I
I'm
just saw that
dancing
in
when
the
it's
chat.
yeah.
Lean like a cholo.
It comes up like that, and then if I'm having a good time, then the hands go up.
Yeah.
So what am I supposed to do, Gen Z? What happens then?
What does Charlie D'Amelio do? Just visualize it. Do they just like do something here? They do stuff with their hands now, but it's
How?
all below the shoulder.
I don't know. I can't. I don't know.
I'm just gonna keep doing this the entire
Just-
episode.
Yeah, show us how you dance, bitch, and then we'll talk, and I'll see you on the dance floor. And I'll grind my junk on you. In the chat, my aunt bought me a 98 Degrees album. She was trying to sway me away from my Limp Bizkit and Corn phase.
Ooh, that's a good strategy. Like that was a very
Yeah.
good shot, I think.
That's funny. I did the reverse. I started with Backstreet Boys, and then I figured out Limp Bizkit and Korn, and I was gone. I flew off that cliff, dude. I was into it.
It's what's funny.
And then Linkin Park.
I've talked to you about this in the past, Victor, which is like I'll start listening to albums again. I'm kind of going on this thing of trying to branch away from Michelle Branch over and over again. Like I'm trying to like change it up or
good.
listen to albums that are new or old. I put on Limp Bizkit on the way to work after my physical therapy. I'm like, oh, let's just try it. That shit did not age well at all, I think. Like,
What? What is wrong with you,
I was
Mark?
waiting for it.
like-
What? I was like, where is he going with it? I
Wait,
love
why?
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, tell us
but
why.
I didn't start
Tell
with
me more.
I didn't start with break stuff for Nookie. I started with the $3 Bill Y'all album. And then the intro of the album is like, some guy doing super evangelical, like, super, like, yelling about Jesus. And then he just starts, you hear Fred Durst yelling. And then, like, it's just, Limp Bizkit is just Fred Durst yelling over and over again. And like, at the time, like, I mean, it's not like they told you any otherwise, but I'm just listening.
I'm
I'm
like,
dude,
it's pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah,
that like
nailed it.
it's not that good, and it makes me sad because like you know what it is. All right, I will say this: like it's like the guitar and the bass and the drums are so heavy, and when you're kind of coming out of the '90s and everything was all Sugar Ray, you're like, this is new to you, right? Like, and you're like, oh my god, this is fucking music. And when I hear it back, I'm like, this isn't aged well at all, and I feel sad.
It makes you think,
Wait.
like, why were so many people into this? What the fuck was going on back then? You know? What was
I am
everybody?
so
what's their
conflicted. I
deal?
loved Limp Bizkit, you guys.
loved
Me
Limp Bizkit.
too. I had
Well,
the
like,
CD.
not all of
Yeah.
like not at their full works, but like I will literally listen to My Way from by Limp Bizkit like probably twice a week.
Yeah, Mark. What if you just dug too deep? Like, what if you just
I
play the greatest hits? Would you
I
enjoy
think I'd
it?
be fine. Yeah, like
Mm.
My Way, by the way, is always ingrained to me as a WWF, now WWE, like memory because they had The Rock and Stone Cold, and that was the music they played in those montages. I'm like,
Oh yeah, that's just
inject that shit in my
legendary.
veins. That's like
Yeah.
inject that shit in my veins. But like, you kind of want to just listen to albums and see if like they hold up because that's how music was supposed to be listened to. I don't know about
Yeah.
today. And then it's funny you say that My Way because that was the first album I bought with my own hard like earned money. And by hard earned money, it's I probably asked my mom for lunch money for a week and saved it. And I remember the CD came out, chocolate covered starfish and a hot dog flavored water. I remember buying the CD and I was like, dude, I can't wait to listen to this when I get home. I walked all the way to buy the CD after school, went home, and I'm like, damn, even this shit's not that good, dude. So yeah, maybe
It
like
grows on you.
yeah,
It
like
grows on
maybe it'll grow on me. Like it actually fell off because it wasn't significant other. I was like, like I felt bad, dude, because I bought this album and I was like, it's all right.
You wanted to like
Yeah.
it. You really did.
Well, I tried, man. I don't
It's
know.
all right.
What was the first CD you bought?
Bought or
Yeah,
like had or remember?
With
well,
my
I mean,
money?
okay,
Because if
I
you specifically went out and bought yours.
yeah, I did, but like, okay, like, because the first CD I was gifted, uh, I'm always remembering that shit, dude. Like, my sister, older sister, she bought me Smash Mouth.
Oh,
Sick.
But this is not All Star Smash Mouth. This was when it was their first hit, and I'm blanking on it. But
Uh-oh.
when she gave me the CD, she then took it back because it said parental advisory on it. So she changed it and gave me Chumbawamba Tub Thumping.
Were you
what
happy
a
with that trade?
swap.
How did you feel?
I don't know, man. I
Chumbawamba
mean, like
slapped back then too. People were crazy.
Walking on the Sun was a song, yeah, and I was like, that was it. So like those are my first albums that I
Is
bought
that
and I
do
was
do do
gifted.
do do? Is that the one? Do 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 do.
You
Mm.
might as well be walking on the sun.
Oh, we're gonna get copyrighted.
It was too
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that's too good. Too good.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I did a Jenny from the Block, and I don't know if you guys know Las Ketchup. Literally Last Ketchup. They are the I said a hey ha the hey the hey to the if you guys know that song.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
That is them.
that's not Rappers of Delight that I just heard.
That is a hip hop, a hip it to the that's the other one. But yeah, no, those were Jenny from the Block was the one for me. Like I loved that album. I also don't think it aged as beautifully as I might have thought when I was in the first grade, but that was the first one for me. What was your first Vic? Do you remember your first
I
CD?
don't know which one I bought, but I know like my mainstays when I was a kid and I had my CD player and it was Backstreet Boys, the blue one. I don't know what it's
The blue
called.
one.
The blue
Yep,
one.
the blue one. Same.
It was Crazy Town. That was gifted to me by my cousin. That Crazy Town Butterfly, which was fucking awesome back then. I loved that CD. And then Savage Garden, which is why I love when you play that song at Buffalo Wild Wings, Mark, because that song is amazing. And those are three of my big ones. I'm trying to remember Linkin Park. I had a few others like sprinkled in there, but I know I was just grinding those like three the most.
My Savage Garden fun fact was my middle school girlfriend. Our song was "I Knew I Loved You." Like
By Savage Garden.
by Savage Garden.
Pretty
Like,
deep.
and I bought her the CD, and I remember like I had to act like it was mine when I bought it, or because I had money saved up or something, and maybe Limp Bizkit wasn't the first CD I bought because I bought the CD, or maybe I had my mom buy it for me. Like it's gonna be for
Damn,
me.
you just lied. Damn.
And I gave it to my girlfriend, but I opened it, and my cousin's like, "Why would you open the gift?" And I'm like, "What's the big deal? I'm gonna give it to her anyway."
I just wanted to
Sorry.
listen to it first.
Yeah,
Yeah, at least get one good listen out of it.
yeah. So I heard "I Knew I Loved You," and that was so Savage Garden is a banger, dude.
Wow.
It really is. It really is.
That seems like a pretty serious song to dedicate to another child, you know?
Okay, well, I
You're
mean,
dating.
yes, I was 23, but no,
Oh,
In
never
middle
mind.
school?
Sorry.
Your girlfriend in middle school?
no, it was my I was in 7th grade.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
Not too bad. The
in
chat
between.
says Eiffel 65, which
I
blue double D double da. It's a bop.
Ooh, I had a Jamiroquai CD too. You remember Jamiroquai? That's another 90s thing.
Eiffel 65. I'm blue. I can listen to a lot of music that I do not enjoy, and if other people are hating it, I inject it in my veins. I want to chase that feeling forever. Eiffel 65, I'm blue is one of the songs I absolutely fucking hate. I can't like I get angry listening to that song. It's one of like the 3 songs of my life that I just do not enjoy.
That's probably like the top 3 songs in my life that I enjoy. Chat also says Bone Thugs, 1999. Bone Thugs.
Did we? Okay. Was Bone Thugs like a good group? Because like at the time it's like they rap so fast, and I haven't gone back in time to listen to Bone Thugs, so I don't know. But like maybe that was their shtick. Just let me rap really fast, and we all thought that was the coolest thing ever.
I
They
think they
had
have
some
like 4
vibey.
songs that are pretty good.
First of the
They
month.
were R&B a little bit.
First of the
They
Month's
were
cool.
they were vibey.
Crossroads is cool. They got a few.
Yeah, I got a couple.
I wouldn't say they're
Alright.
like it's not like because they're the thing is I don't think they're as fast as like Busta Rhymes and stuff. So they're just pretty fast, but not the fastest.
It's
you
just
know?
parts, I feel like, sections that are fast. The other ones that aren't.
Just like one
Well-
guy. There's the one guy that just like, but the rest of them all just talk normally. I think that's
Well-
his
Yeah.
thing.
What is it about 90s rap? Like when you listen to Snoop Dogg, Gin and Juice, and he starts picking up the pager, you're like, oh, that's cool, right? But like when you get into the 2000s, when people start talking about their sidekicks, and you're like, that's fucking lame, dude. Why is that?
Because
I
I didn't
know,
have a
man.
sidekick.
Was that?
Like,
Yeah, me either. SES,
Yeah, I hated
remember?
kids
It
with
was
no
in the
sidekicks. I
lower
was like,
portion.
Fuck them. I'm
No
poor.
I
way.
wanted it though. I wanted it. I did.
you made it though.
I
You made it out.
I'm trying to
you're on a
think of
podcast.
why. Like is it because people start like I feel like the generation feels like it's going soft a little bit, so it makes you cringe. Is that just me? Like that doesn't necessarily mean it's true, right? I'm talking about myself here, but I feel like it's just like like they're just a little more naive to the world and it's hard to watch.
I
Is
mean,
that just me?
yeah, I'm kind of going with you on that. I guess like kind of there.
A little bit of
I
a
hear
stretch.
you. Yeah.
Is it just teenagers that are cringy? Like, is that what it is?
Well, it's funny. Teenagers are pretty cringy. Actually, I want to talk about something that I did on Saturday that reminds me, guys. I was at Six Flags on Saturday. When's the last time you guys have been to Six Flags? If
It's
ever.
been a minute. It's been
Over a
minute.
decade.
Because the thing
Over a
is,
decade.
I classify Six Flags and like Disneyland. Disneyland is its own thing, and then I think there's all the other amusement parks that try to have like big rides, and Disneyland is doing its own like novelty thing, so it's just different. But anyway, I went to Six Flags with my godson for his birthday, and his mom and whatever, and my girlfriend, and we had a good time. And there's a couple things I want to talk about. There's 2 points that I want to make today. The first one is that being at Magic Mountain is hilarious, and I forgot that this was a thing because now as an adult with like a girlfriend, and I'm like just in a different stage of my life, it is really funny being there and seeing teenagers just being free and like as awkward and cringy as they possibly can. I was in line and my girlfriend and I would just look, and there's just like the awkwardest looking teenagers just like making out in line because for them this is the big night, like their mom gave them $40, they dropped them off at Magic Mountain, and they are there all day, just the two of them, and they can like cuddle in line and kiss and do whatever they're gonna do, and it's so funny, and you can see them fighting sometimes too, and as an adult you're just like, God, I just want to like pull him aside and just tell him exactly what's happening because he doesn't these kids don't know. They're so confused. You know, they're like
But that's
15.
why it's cringe. Like
And
you're
it's
looking back at it.
yeah, it's
Ugh.
really cringy and it's hilarious. And when I was there happened to be like an extra high concentration of awkward teenagers. There was like some school like award going on or something, and all the kids were carrying around like banners of like their weird anime club, like drama kid, whatever logos. It wasn't really intense, to be honest. I think whatever
Wow.
school was there must have been like a drama school or like some like liberal arts college, because all the kids, there wasn't any group of kids that was like obviously the cool ones. They were all awkward. Anyways, and it was just really funny observing them. Like, you go to Disneyland all the time, Mark. Do you see teenagers like making out and you just laugh at them? Because it was so funny to me.
Not a lot of making out teens, quite honestly. I think
That's a Six Flags thing, I think.
the
bar is lower.
It's a Six Flags Cholo's first date move.
Yeah.
And Six Flags is a perfect place to watch a Mexican couple, like the guy hold her from behind and just walk about a mile straight.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I don't know why
In
that's a
that
thing.
heat too. In that exact disgusting heat. It's happening.
It's
There were
like, all right,
teenagers
dude.
that were determined to have their arms around each other in
Yeah.
line, and they would like move and reposition themselves constantly so that they were like cuddling on each other. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, can we just get the line moving, guys? Like, oh my God.
Yeah, I think Disneyland pulls you into the theme of being in Disney and like, okay, like, I'm a princess, but I'm classy. Six Flags, like the adrenaline of the rides get you probably super horny when you have hormones like juicing through your veins. I think that
Everybody
you
comes
know what?
off these rides like
Yeah.
a can of paint that just got like mixed, and they're all your head is all banged around, and you're just kind of loose, dude. I was
Yeah,
coming
you're-
off these roller coasters like different every time.
Well, I mean, like there is the phenomenon of when you go, Evelyn. I don't know if you like, do you and your dude go like the like theme parks and rides?
We've done Disney, and this is just a dude update. I've decided we should match your Guatemalan energy, and
Mhm.
I'm henceforth going to be referring to him as my minion, because that's exactly what he does. He
Damn.
follows, he goes wherever I go. He supports all of my missions. Like he doesn't always help, but does help somehow at the same
Yeah.
time. Love this man. But my minion and I, we hit a couple. We Disney, Universal,
Mhm.
but we're not frequents out there because the investment doesn't feel right to me. Like it's really expensive nowadays,
Gas.
like most things. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
has your dude ever made a comment of like going down those steep hills feels kind of good because I think that helps juice up the hormones, I think.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's a fan. He's probably like in the I'll stay on the ground kind of ones.
no, dude.
Although I
No.
think he did do the tower without me. I
locked and
can't
loaded.
recall.
Yeah, there was this thing where
Does
when
it
you
bring
go
energy in? What's going on?
zero gravity and you can feel it in your crotch and you're like, "Oh." I remember
Is that where your center of gravity is?
I don't know, but like apparently when your testicles go up or something, like I say this because do you know that one ride, Victor, did you ride this in Six Flags? It's a pirate ship and it just rocks
The
back and
Buccaneer,
forward.
it's my favorite ride, dude.
Buccaneer.
The kids didn't want to go, and I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
It's Buccaneer and like the Evelyn, have
I
you rode
hate
Buccaneer?
those.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah, I hate
that.
it.
And then I remember, I'll always fucking remember this. I was in high school or like, yeah, I was in high school. And as we were on the ride, because you can see, you can make eye contact with other people. There's half people go here, half people go there. And so
Yeah.
you're looking at each other. And there was this kid, and then we were going, and every time we went down, he was getting super excited. And he's like, I feel funny.
Oh, that's his balls were tingling. Is that what was
And I
happening?
was like,
It's like
and
magic in your stomach.
yeah, dude, it's just
So fun.
it just hits you the right way, dude. I don't know, but that kid, he got his jollies that day because he yelled, "I feel funny." I'm like, all right, look at
So-
him go.
So
Was he
here's the
looking
deal.
you in the eyes? Sorry, go ahead.
Legally, no.
It's funny you say that because I didn't know if that was just everybody, but I feel like whenever I'm on that ride, I'm at the very end and I'm locking eyes with the person opposite of me. Like we're in the experience together. Like we're dead staring at each other. But it's funny you said that you know the investment of going to these places or whatever, because I was like, should I just get a ticket? Am I really gonna come here again? Here's the thing. It's $28 to get in, and then it's $7 a month. $7 a
Yeah.
month for a pass, and it gets you discounts everywhere. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm getting another subscription service, dude. $7 a month for any
When you
access
put
to
it
Six
like
Flags
that, yeah, that's
and
I
those
want-
different.
parks.
No, but I want to go. I want to go to Six Flags.
Dude, we should go because I have a pass and I can get us
All right.
discounts on sodas.
$7, Mark. I'll take $7.
Dude,
$7 a
load me up.
month.
I have a Disney pass and Universal. Now I'll get a Six Flags pass.
You can get like 100 Six Flags passes with your Disney pass. That's the thing, though. It's like
Yeah.
it costs you like less than a sandwich a month. You know,
I know.
This is why the
$7. It's fucking
teenagers go
crazy.
there.
Yeah,
That's
it's really
exactly
cheap.
why.
That's another thing too, where it's like, again, Cholo's first date. It's a little easier on the wallet.
I've been there for so many like dates and like experiences. It was funny walking through there because I was having flashbacks of like I kissed a girl in line right there at Superman, or
Oh my God, you
whatever.
were the awkward teen once upon a
100%.
time.
But when I was there, I was like feasting. You know,
Yeah.
I was at my prime. Like when I was there at Magic Mountain, I felt good. Anyway, it was a good time.
Nice.
Speaking on the topic of money, I want to continue to make us think about how weird folks are. What are your thoughts on crypto bros? Can we go there for a second?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I feel like the crypto thing is kind of sensitive for me because I just like didn't really get it. And I feel like everyone was talking about it, and like I understand just the basics of how to buy it and stuff. I have a Coinbase account with like a bunch of bad investments, and I just hate the whole
Okay.
thing. And I feel like nobody would shut the fuck up about it for like years. You know, you're at a bar and they would just show you everybody's showing you their stuff, and I'm like, dude, I don't care. Like I don't
They're the
I don't
they're
wanna
the
do
crypto
this.
bros.
They
Yes.
are, and it really gets my nerves. But I think now they can sort of sniff out that I have no idea or interest in it, and I think when after I say "Wow, that's crazy" like 3 times, they're like, "Okay,"
Oh, this person doesn't care.
they let go. But yeah, crypto's weird for me. I don't know. Do you experience that, Mark? Do you run into a lot of crypto dudes that like expect you to know?
I feel like crypto has kind of eased off. Like I don't hear it as much in my day to day. It's for a while it overtook day trading because there's people who would talk to me about day trading like I gave a fuck, and I'm like, dude, I don't care that you got up at 4 a.m. to trade the Japanese yen. Like I don't care about that. Then you made your way and started mining in Bitcoin, and I didn't care about that either. And it kind of just went away for a bit, at least in my no one's really talking about Bitcoin in my circles recently.
I'm actually very surprised because it hit like an all-time high of like 90K or something like that.
I did
But
hear that.
the only reason I brought it up was because I saw this video that was like how to deter a crypto bro. And I'm like, no, they really are so annoying. Like they just start going in and they don't like at every turn, like it turns into a crypto thing. Like the crypto bros are like taking over. But I also agree, I haven't heard from them as much as I thought I had, which is so strange considering it hit a high. Where are they? Where are the crypto bros?
They probably sold. I know some people held on to it, but I think the crypto bros are a very fickle bunch, which is they'll bro hard, but then they're not Swifties. They're not really there for like all your like the long duration of it. They're there for the highs and then they bounce.
They're on
Now
top of
Yeah.
the scheme.
They were doing CrossFit before, talking about how great CrossFit was, and then they started mining for crypto, and then all of a sudden like it's just gone. Like, and the only thing I know about it, the only reason why I remember about crypto is Crypto Arena. That's the only reason why.
And that's a travesty.
I still don't
I
call
hate
it.
it.
I still say Staples.
I know. Me too. Not really like out of protest. I can't get it out of my brain.
Yeah, no, it is Staples to me. Staples Center. Yeah, wow, the Crypt Bros. What is their next evolution, Mark?
Honestly, like this is a good exercise, which is like we should follow them where they go because obviously they set a trend really high, so we need to be on top of that and then know when to sell, because crypto bros hang on just a little bit too long, and it fizzles out, and then they just like bottom out, and then they'll go on to the next thing. Because at one point it was GameStop. You remember GameStop was a thing?
They're still holding,
Yeah.
dude.
They really are.
I think so.
So I mean, like you got like we need a person on the streets for To Live and Talk in LA, which you can find on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Having Your Podcast, and we need to follow the crypto bro.
Yeah,
And it,
I need to know.
I think the crypto bros are all pumped on Trump right now, dude, because he wants to like. He just says good things about crypto. I don't even think he really says things that make sense every time I see it. But I think he wants to like deregulate crypto or even more or whatever. I don't know. And I feel like
I did
that
hear
they're
that.
aligned right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, he's like, let's do
Yeah.
it. Go crypto, make some money. So
I
they're all
mean,
chilling.
that's life, dude.
I
I
don't
don't. I don't know. Can, can I tell you a story about what happened to me this week?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay. My typical drive. My typical drive. At certain points of the day, the parking lane on this main road becomes an active lane. There is no stopping from this time to this time,
Hmm.
this time to this time. This happened on Monday. It's important I say Monday because it's you can't park there, and it's not for street cleaning purposes. It's an anti-gridlock zone, and
Hmm.
we're all on the same page where we need to get somewhere. Let's fucking go and let's open up the lane. And it kills me when there's someone who leaves their car overnight because they fuck up traffic and it gets slow in this area. And I went to physical therapy that morning and I was getting ready for work and I was driving. And then as I'm driving in this area, and it's on Los Feliz, the car in front of me in the far right lane decides to stop at a hard stop, and then he gets out of the car, and I'm like, "Are you?
Hmm.
What the fuck is going on?" I'm right behind him, so like all the cars to my, I can't move because everyone's moving super fast because it's a main street. It's the
Yeah.
anti-gridlock zone, and I watch this guy get out. I'm like, "Dude, are you fucking high right now?" And like I start leaning on the horn. I'm like, "Dude, fuck you! Like, obviously it's not gonna really do anything if I honk, but I need you to know what the fuck, bro." And I like, what the fuck, crypto, bro? And I was just leaning on the horn, and I'm waiting to move into the lane, and it felt like eternity. And I finally get in the middle lane, and I go. The anti-gridlock zone in this area is from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. It was 10:04 a.m. And to top it off, I said it was Monday. Monday is a federal holiday. It was Veterans Day. So as I think in theory, the anti-gridlock zone was not the anti-gridlock zone that we all know and love on Monday through Fridays because it was a holiday. So I realized as I leaned onto the horn for about a long 30 seconds telling this guy to fuck himself, I was in the wrong. I was kind of like, it's kind of a little bit of a, I will, to kind of defend myself. It's like, come on, dude, it's 10 a.m. You fucking know. But I was wrong, and I felt kind of bad. And I was like, dude, I kind of fucked that up. Because the guy looked at me and he's like, I don't know what's going on. He looked confused and he can't, like, he was looking back, and I'm like, yeah, fuck you, dude. I know what you're doing. And he was within legal rights to actually do that, and I felt kind of bad.
Was it even worth it, Mark? Like, was there even traffic on Veterans Day? Because I flew.
It wasn't the fact that it was traffic. It was the fact that like cars are moving super fast. So like at that point, I can't switch into the middle lane because cars are just coming in at 45 miles per hour when I'm at a dead stop. So my car can't do 0 to 60 with like what they would say in Fast and Furious. You know, like I just can't do that. So I had to take my time. So
And
in
you
theory,
just assumed he was a dumbass. That's what your brain does when you're driving, right? You just assume everybody's an idiot.
everyone's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm always right.
I'm the best driver. Everybody else sucks. You know, it's like what my brain usually goes to.
Did
So
you get road rage, Mark?
I don't. I really don't. But it's very jarring when someone just comes to a complete stop in
Yeah.
front of you in the middle of the road and you're not expecting it.
Yeah,
And
I
know,
agree.
and that's what unlocked the rage in me. I'm like, how stupid can you be? What is going on right now, idiot? And I was completely in the wrong. So I guess the question is, when was the last time you were completely wrong?
Completely.
Yeah. Like, own it. Like, when was the last time you were in the wrong? Because I was obviously legally in the wrong. I think socially, read the room and go onto the side street. That's just me. But you know, by the book of the law,
He found a
I
parking
was wrong.
space. He got there early, dude.
Got there early.
You know, he's on it.
I honestly like I can't even recall because I feel like I've repressed every time that I've actually been wrong. Um,
I have one. I hate being wrong,
you go, Vic.
but I'll admit it. It's actually your story reminded me because there's a street that I don't normally take very much around my neighborhood, and oftentimes when I'm there, I just kind of go through, and I never really pause to think about it. But recently, a couple weeks ago, I was behind someone. So again, like you're saying, there are things that are totally legal and like fair, but it still pisses me off, right? One of those things is when someone is in the right lane, but they're going straight through the intersection. So everybody that wants to turn right has to wait for this guy to go straight, even though there's
Hmm.
plenty of other lanes
Hmm.
or whatever. And so, so I was waiting to turn right onto the freeway, and this guy's there and he's blocking it, and it's a red light. So I'm like, dude, red light, turn, and I'm honking at him, and then I see his hand point up, and there's a sign that says no right on red arrows or whatever, no right on red lights, and I'm like, oh shit, dude. He didn't get out of his car, thankfully, so he didn't get to look at me in my face. But I saw him, and he pointed up, and he's like, dumbass, like I saw the sign, and you're honking at me because you have not seen this sign. Like it was embarrassing.
What is because the hand gesture he did was look at the sign. What is the hand gesture to acknowledge? Oh, you right.
I just do
Oh,
this. I
I'm
always throw a peace
sorry.
sign. I always go peace. Sorry. Yeah, this is a good
I
one.
totally
And a
do that.
peace.
Mm.
I
I
put up
am
both my
addicted.
hands. My bad, bro.
Evelyn, you can keep thinking if you haven't had one yet, but I am addicted to getting the hand from motorcycle drivers.
I hate it.
You
Because
don't
they
like
never
it?
give it
Like
to
you
me. They
like
give it to everybody else. I hate it.
no, they give it to me all the time. They
I
look
just pull
swerve
over
over
and
and
they
give you a little.
sorry, keep talking.
Have you seen the head
Oh, that
tap?
doesn't that mean there's a cop or something?
Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
had
I
that.
love that.
I've
Love
heard
that
of it.
about those little guys. Yeah.
No,
Wow.
I thought that was like code for like gay talk
Fuck
or something,
you.
but no,
Yeah,
that means
yeah.
a cop. Okay.
It's a
Yeah, if you
signal.
see a motorcyclist tapping their helmet, it means there's a cop nearby.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I drive home in traffic on the freeway quite a bit, and I'm always in the left lane. And I just lean over and just kind of chill there because there's so many people on motorcycles going by. And then you see the guys who go like they are gonna drive over the median into the opposite lane of traffic to get out of the
That's
way for these guys on motorcycles. And I'm like, okay, let's take it easy. You're not driving a fucking bus. Like you just need to pull over a couple feet and they can get past you. So I just drive a little bit to the left and just stay there and they're fine. And then these wackos who are going, into the shoulder get the sign from the motorcyclist. And I'm like, you're encouraging this dude who's driving like a crazy person getting all the way out of the way. You should be giving me the flag for just being a little to the side and just like setting the line, you know? These people who go way out of the side are crazy. That's all I'm saying. Like, you don't have to do that for motorcycles. It's too much.
Nah, you can just move over a little
Just
bit.
move over a
Also,
little bit.
being able to split a lane is kind of wild. Like if you really think about it from a safety perspective.
Yeah, I don't know if I sound like an old man, but just the other day, someone drove past me on a motorcycle and I had one of my windows down, and I'm like, I'm done with motorcycles. I hate them. I think they should just be illegal. I'm tired of it. They're too noisy. They're always going past. Like it pisses me off, and I feel like an old man on the sidewalk right now. But
That's
it's
how I feel
like,
about leaf blowers. Anytime
yeah,
there's like some person blowing I'm like, why? We are not on the East Coast. Like, please turn that thing off.
I
It's too
hate
loud.
motorcycles. Yep.
All right, I
Yeah.
have one. I have my wrong. I have my last. I was just totally wrong. There's this like issue in my household where my mom likes to move things and not tell anybody. I don't know if you guys have this kind of issue
Drives
in
me
your home.
insane.
Dude, it is a thing. So basically, anytime anything goes missing, who's the culprit? It's my mom. So then the other day, I borrowed my brother's like hydro flask, expensive ass, like special edition co-op something from the military. It's a hydro flask cup, but it has like a straw in it, and it's like you could put your smoothies in it. And I made a smoothie for once in my life. And then I brought it back and I took it knowing that he hates when I take his stuff. And I washed it because I didn't want any like heat. I'm like, he's gonna have it ready to go.
It's good.
And the straw comes apart in two because you got to be able to get in there. And I remember I set them down to dry right next to the sink, and it dried. Whatever, I come back, it's gone. And I was like, oh, somebody put it away. I open the cabinet. I see the cup. I see the straw. I'm like, fantastic. But the part that was missing was the second half of the straw that goes inside the cup. Now I'm like, it was my mom. And like, you did it. It was you. And it actually turns out that my sister accidentally realized that she dropped it in between like the cabinet, the side, and the refrigerator. So it was like way down in a crevice in a hole, like underneath the
Mm.
fridge, and she just managed to find it there. She didn't drop it. But it
Wow,
wasn't my
she's
mom.
good.
And my mom felt bad because she was like, she knows she does that. And we've been calling her out. She's running around, and I had to own up to my mistake there. That's probably the biggest one. I had to apologize and say
Your
I'm
poor
sorry
mom.
for, yeah,
She's
dude.
catching
I
strays. She's
wronged
catching
her.
strays. She's trying her best to do better, and you blamed her anyway. She's like,
I
what the fuck,
did.
man?
I was like, no, because she's an Aries, she'll be like,
Yeah,
nah, it was me, like it was you, and it was her.
I get
And
that.
now I was wrong. I was wrong. You heard it on air and recorded. I was wrong.
Sometimes you gotta
Very
just
big of
admit
you.
it. Yeah.
You did it. No, in the chat, you can always tell us what you did wrong. We'll be here.
We'll
We
read
won't
out
Yeah.
your
judge.
wrongs.
Mhm.
Oh, would love to hear that.
This is kind of like church. You confess your wrongdoings here in the chat. Technically, you can text the show. Did you know that?
Oh, how?
If you listen to the podcast again, which you can find on Apple Podcast, Spotify, however your podcast, and you click on the link or the episode, the first link you see is text the show, and you can text the show, and we'll get it.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I
If
thought
so,
you were
if,
playing a joke on us. I was gonna say I
no, if you
whisper my
if,
phone number at the end of every episode. So listen to the very end. No,
no, I
really.
mean,
Okay.
we're evolving.
Yeah.
You can text. You can.
Wow.
No jokes aside, take your phone, go pull up the most recent episode, and you can text us.
I love that.
If you're
Me
listening right now
too.
on Twitch, you open up the podcast, find an episode, and you can text us.
Send us anything.
But in a
We,
different tab, right? Right, Mark? In a
Yes.
different tab.
well,
Leave
guys,
leave this tab alone.
I like to think people know how to use their phones, so I trust you to text while watching us. Or well, I
I
don't.
can handle it.
If you're a big boy, you're watching us on the TV right now.
Oh, I
Like,
used to watch you guys on the TV before I joined the show.
People do that.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. But then I
Yeah.
want to comment, so then you have to have the phone anyway.
just yell at the TV like a boomer, and you're good. You can text the show. We have transcribing for the people who are hearing impaired. Like the show is technically for everybody, and the fact that you are not telling your friends is a shame.
Get out there,
What?
people. You gotta start door knocking.
What are you doing? Come on, get us out there. We want to live and talk in LA with everyone.
I don't know. Can I get your thoughts on the story? I pulled this up and I forgot to put it in the agenda, but maybe you can tell me what you think. Man put on probation for sneaking into neighbors' homes to smell their shoes.
No.
Let's hear him
In a,
out.
bi- in a bizarre case out of Greece, a 28-year-old man was recently placed on probation after repeatedly sneaking into his neighbors' homes at night to smell their shoes. The unusual habit left locals both amused and uneasy, prompting them to seek intervention. The man, whose actions took place over the last 6 months, was apprehended on October 8 after a neighbor in Sindos, Greece, discovered him mid-act sniffing shoes left outside to air. This is reportedly the third time he had been caught indulging in the behavior, despite previous attempts by his neighbors to resolve the issue quietly. So a dude's on probation for smelling shoes.
Is there more details in there?
What was the
This is just
reason?
a quick story.
I mean, when brought before
I have questions.
Thessaloniki court, the man confessed that he couldn't explain his fixation on smelling shoes and expressed deep embarrassment over the situation. He clarified that his intent was never to cause harm or distress and emphasized that he meant no harm to the families affected. His neighbors also testified, confirming that he had never shown signs of aggression during these incidents, even though his nighttime trespassing was certainly unusual. So there is, I mean,
It's a little weird.
No.
It's weird.
Yeah, no. I mean, he might need some support in the mental health department.
What do you do with him though? Yeah, you make him go to like, you gonna send him to an asylum or send him to jail? Like, I think it's too much, you know? I'm
Maybe get
surprised
therapy.
actually that they I'm surprised that they even called the police or whatever. It's because he's breaking into their houses. I feel like a more European solution would be for like people to just give him their shoes. Like I would just say, hey man, if you stop breaking into my house, I'll give you a pair of my shoes. You can just keep them and smell them.
No, I'll charge him
But
for it. That's an industry now.
that's
I
true.
I watched a video on Instagram because I don't watch videos on TikTok because I'm old. But this older Asian dude literally pulled up on this chick's window, knocked on it, and said, "Can I buy your socks?" And she sold her socks to him for about $40.
I would do that.
And
buy a
Not
whole
if it's
pack of
my
socks with
knock
that.
on my window though. Like that's weird.
She should make a business out of it.
well,
Yeah.
he asked if she was going to come back the next day.
Wow. You can make like a little window like in The Bear, how they sell sandwiches out of the window. You could like
Alright.
package your undergarments.
Just a drive-by footsie situation.
I fucking wish, dude. If I could just work from home and people come knock on my window and buy my dirty socks. Oh my god.
Nick,
I would
there are
that's- I
people
found my
out there
calling.
for you.
I don't think anybody
Just
wants
do
my
it.
socks.
They want it.
Well,
Just gotta
E,
find
you
the right
said
person.
you wouldn't do it if he knocked on a window, so you would do it though.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd sell somebody my socks if they were gonna pay me for it, but if they're like knowing where I live and just showing up unannounced and knocking or potentially
Yeah.
breaking in to sniff my shoe, like, nah, we could keep it in the postage, like I can mail it to
The
you.
thing is, he's just stealing shoes, right? He's not like jacking off or anything. He's just stealing shoes to sniff them and then he leaves.
He just leaves.
Again, it doesn't feel like it's that. I know it's weird, but it doesn't feel like it's that bad. Am I
It's
just
not
like, am I
right.
desensitized to this or what? I'm not a shoe or foot guy. I just want to just preface all of this, or it's too late now, but I just want to put a disclaimer.
Chat,
I'm
help
not
us,
a foot
please.
fetish guy. I'm just saying I feel like it's not that bad.
Chat, is it weird or is it not? I
Private
need to,
SNS.
yep, not okay in the
It's not
chat. That's
okay.
enough for me. That's enough.
Oh,
I think that this guy, the problem is he has no soul.
is he? What color is his hair?
Is he?
No, because shoes, smelling shoes, soul.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Right.
Vic and I were on the same page. Sorry.
Yes,
Wow, that one went a little bit over my head. I'm sorry.
Well, guys, way to make me look like a heel.
nice.
Classic, guys.
Got that one.
All right. I got another story. I really want to do a story and we can kind of pivot back to certain things, but this kind of really grossed me out. We did it. We did eat it. Chinese mother shares shocking photo of toddler urinating on family meal. Can you imagine sitting down to enjoy a meal only to have your food suddenly soaked with urine? That is exactly what happened to a mother in China's Beijing who shared the unusual incident on social media, leaving users shocked. Now you might wonder why there is so much fuss. After all, it is not uncommon for toddlers to have little accidents, but what really left people stunned was that her family continued eating the meal with urine.
Okay, I have
No.
questions.
No, Vic, no.
Is he that bad? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, wait. So is it like some ritual where they're having the baby pee on the food to like gain youth or something, or did the baby just pee on the food and they're like, okay,
No,
whatever, we're
yes,
gonna
he
eat it
just
anyway.
peed.
It's
Yeah,
an
that's
accidental
it.
pee.
He did just a little wee.
No, you can't.
Well,
do
I
that.
mean,
you can't. Do
let me
that.
dive deeper. As reported by South China Morning Post, the incident occurred when her toddler, held by his grandmother beside the dining table, unexpectedly urinated onto the family's breakfast, which included steamed buns, eggs, and vegetables. The mother proudly captured the moment on camera and later posted online.
I don't
She
know that
did
I've
it
ever
herself?
seen Vic's eyebrows that high. His eyes literally went, what?
Well, okay. Anyways, continue.
Well,
okay.
I'm going to get to the end of this thing where let's really unpack this. As per the report, in traditional Chinese culture, the urine of young boys is thought to have special powers.
See,
It is bel-
I knew it.
It is believed to boost energy, reduce fevers, and even protect against bad luck or spirits. Urine from boys under 10 is considered particularly powerful, and the strongest is believed to be from the first morning before a boy's 1 month birthday. In southern China, there is even a dish called urine eggs.
That is messed up.
Oh, I've heard
Based
of
on
the
this belief.
eggs.
To make it, urine is collected from young children, usually in schools, and used to boil eggs. The dish is believed to help prevent tiredness in spring and protect against the heat stroke in summer.
Dude, how tired? How bad are these summers? How tired are you that you're eating baby piss? Like, I don't understand. Like,
You're
It
like,
must be bad.
man,
babe, are you okay? Did you have your urine eggs today?
That is absolutely disgusting.
it's really
This is
bad,
like-
man. Yeah, I just.
I mean, look, dude. There's a time where you don't judge, certain delicacies and cultures. I don't think this is one of them where we kind of have to judge a little bit and be like, come on, dude. Like it's 2024. We can take ginkgo biloba or get a whey protein shot. I don't think I need a 10-year-old urine. 10-year-old boy's urine in my
The
meal.
chat agrees with you. They said it's old culture shit, not that weird from their point of view, but gross in the age of medicine. Which, yeah, totally aligned with that.
I wonder what kind of food it was. Oh, it said it was steamed
Eggs and
eggs,
steamed buns.
dumplings. I'm trying to think of like what kind of food maybe would pair with the best, and I'm having a lot of trouble.
I was like, you
I
could
don't
pat
know.
dry the dumpling, I guess.
Uh,
But the eggs, dude? But then you said urine eggs is a thing.
Yeah.
I feel like you could probably like brine like something in piss. Like you can make like pickles with piss,
Hmm.
maybe, and that would be something. I don't know. I was just gagging. Sorry.
I literally am like, that is awful.
I don't know.
Well, would we drink breast milk?
What?
No, for me.
What do you mean? I have a question.
Would you drink breast milk? What is the
Would
extent?
you
Like,
make a
with, like,
smoothie with
cookies?
breast
Like,
milk?
yeah,
Yeah,
with, like
yeah.
cookies, or you mean just like to try it once?
take a hit?
Like a shot of it just for the fuck of it, or you mean like
I
to
don't think
eat it with my breakfast? Like, what do you?
You don't have. I'm just saying in general, tasting it. Like
I don't wanna-
you don't have to take a shot like Jameson, but just like would
Nah,
you do?
I'm
it?
gonna say no, just because, just
Nah.
for judgment's and sake and everybody around.
Mhm.
Nah, I wouldn't.
This might be the guy in me, but it's going to depend on what the top is.
You know what? That's the real answer. That's true.
What if
That
you don't
all
know? What
depends.
if it's totally removed
No.
and sanitized
Not
and
worth-
it's
not
just
it's not worth it.
would you
Like,
put it in a smoothie?
I don't know. I mean, there was when Selma Hayek was pregnant, just had her kid, and she was in Africa, and some baby was starving, and Selma Hayek fed that baby. I was like, dude, I've never wanted to be a baby so bad in my life.
So Selma Hayek's the green light.
Yeah, Selma Hayek, I was like, that should taste like horchata, bro. Like I'm in. It has to be sweet, dude. Like
It's hot, dude. It's warm milk.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
don't
not
know if
even
I
like
like it.
regular. It's not milk that we know and love. It tastes different because it has different nutrients.
Yeah, I love milk, but I don't really think about drinking that. That doesn't sound good to me.
again, I think Selma Hayek is my line.
Okay.
I thought it was Ariana for you.
Oh,
She's a little
She's not-
yeah,
yeah,
like
she's
she's a little
not.
lighter
You're
up top.
barking up the wrong tree. You're not.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, that doesn't mean they can't produce, but
No, I know, but you're not gonna get the same experience.
yeah, different baby.
I mean, I'm just saying, dude. Like speaking of having the pissing on a meal, I was gonna bring this up earlier, but like, dude, I think people are nicer to me because I'm on crutches, and
Definitely.
Yeah, not
and
surprised.
it's worked out in my favor. It hasn't worked out in my favor like it did today. Was for whatever reason I'm driving home and I had to make a stop on the way home from work. I'll fucking tell you the reason why, which is I don't know if anyone's a T-Mobile user here, but it's T-Mobile Tuesdays.
Shout out
was-
T-Mobile.
Yeah,
I haven't
dude.
checked that in a while.
Hit
Yeah,
up
me either.
hit up the T-Life app and you can start downloading things.
Wow.
See T-Mobile, you can advertise here too. And they were giving away gloves that work with touchscreen phones. And I was like, all right, I'll go pick some up today, the Guatemalan. Sure, why not? I'll go pick it up. I'm a nice guy. You wanted to get it yesterday. We couldn't. I called. I got stuck in traffic for about like 45 minutes, and the the downside of drinking more water is that you will have to dispense of this water. And
Yep.
I've been downing water at work like nonstop just to kind of like cut out the soda by just replacing it with more water. On the way home or to T-Mobile, a very awesome store, you know, because they could be a potential advertiser. I had to piss and I was stuck in traffic and I was like, oh my God. And I thought the gods was smiling down on me today. I'm putting my hands up like a millennial because I
Careful,
was like,
careful.
God, I know. Gen Z is gonna start coming for me. And I parked in front and there's a Starbucks. And I'm like, thank God there's a Starbucks. I've used this bathroom before. They're homies. They'll let me in. I ask for the code and the person says, it fucking hits me with the disclaimer of like, just to let you know. And I was like, I don't care if someone shit on the rim. I just need to go. And I and she's like, okay, well just letting you know. And then I walk up to the bathroom door and it says occupied and there's a code. I'm like, fuck me, dude. And I was like, dude, I'm literally gonna piss myself. Like, I'm not even joking. I was about to go on a Chinese meal.
I literally was gonna ask you that.
So I go into a Chinese restaurant now, like, and I was like, oh my! And then the person who's working there, another person, says we had to close the bathroom because it's flooding or something like that. I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? So I'm walking back and forward up on the street looking for a place, and I find this. The only thing I see is a salon, like a nail salon, and I just go up and I'm like, please, for the love of God, I'm going to piss in your foot bath if you don't let me use the bathroom. And the lady just looks at me at the crutches and she's like, okay, go ahead.
Oh my gosh.
That place
Yeah.
was not going to be like, I think if I walked in able-bodied, I would not have been able to use the bathroom.
She
But
would've told
because I
my
was
ass
on
no.
crutches,
100%.
I think so, dude.
I think
It was kind of sweet. I
Could have
appreciate
bargained up if you offered to pee on their breakfast.
it. Who has a meal here?
you
I'm a
should
little
keep
past
just
it.
pushing this and seeing where the limit is, though. Like, how far can you get with those crutches? You know?
I remember going into Costco and I guess recently they started checking the club card
Mhm.
as you walk in now.
Mm.
And as I was hobbling in with my crutches, I stopped to pull over. I was like, don't even stop, dude. Just go. I got you.
Wow. I bet you can cut the line at a grocery store if you're like fumbling a couple things. They'll be like, "Oh, you just go ahead."
But like, yeah, I
Please.
mean,
Life
it-
hack, dude. Get
Just
some
carry the
crutches.
the
Yeah.
crutches, dude. Like the people have been a little bit nicer to me than normal because it hasn't been the case usually.
People
People
do shit
like
like
that.
that. People, if you
Yeah.
carry a high vis like vest and a ladder, you could just get into places. If you just carry a ladder around and look like you're official, maybe have like a lanyard, you could just
Mhm.
do stuff. And the
Yeah.
same thing with crutches.
People don't want to mess with maintenance. They're like, yeah, come on, come right in.
Get on up
True.
there. Yeah. Oh, you got to get on the roof. Okay.
What? You need security access? Sure.
Sure.
Someone mentioned Ariana Grande earlier. And what about Wicked?
Oh, that's a me.
Yeah.
I know my fun unhinged fact number 10 last week was that I know a lot of like Wicked music, but I've never seen it, right?
Hmm.
Then now Wicked coming up very soon, November 22nd. I'm seeing all this press come through, right? And I don't know if you guys have caught on to this story. Have you seen what's happening with their Wicked Barbie dolls?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell
yeah.
us.
Catching the folks up, for those of you that don't know, apparently the Wicked Barbie dolls went out and the Wicked website that's linked on the back of all of these packages leads to, we made it almost the entire episode before bringing this up, a porn website, which is crazy that they had to recall all of these, but this is where I came to find out that Wicked is a porn website. And now in my head, I'm just understanding that they had the same vendor and some person just didn't do their double check-in and pulled up the wrong Wicked when they were putting these little labels together. But that's kind of a wild situation.
Did they recall? Or they just
They
let it ride?
they
I thought
recalled
they
it.
just were like,
Well,
frick
they
it.
recalled it, but who's going back for a box? Like
Yeah. I think
That's
those are just out there.
That is a collector's item.
100%.
I feel like it is. It's a pretty big deal.
I wonder how
now?
many went out. I don't even know the numbers game out here, but it was kind of crazy.
I saw that. It was funny to me because it's like at the back of the box on the bottom or something. Like who's I wonder how many people really were gonna go and type that
I
in and
thought
do
the
it.
same
It's probably
thing.
like 10 people.
Yeah, because it wasn't like it's not like a hyperlink, right? It's not like something you can go
No.
click like and it's
Mhm.
right in front of you. It's literally like you have to go in and type the exact words that you see on a box, and at that point, you just Google Wicked, right?
Yeah, I think you're. I just don't know why anybody would check the bottom of a box for a website for Wicked. Like it's too popular. But somebody figured it out. It's pretty bad. I dropped it in the chat for anybody who wants to check out wicked.com just for
Resell is
for
$250 in the chat. Wow, they are already collector's items. Yeah.
I mean, sign me up with the Glinda flashlight. Glinda's Ariana Grande, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Yes. Good
I'll
good
look-
job, Mark. Yes.
Look at
I'll
you.
look at it and say, as long as you're mine.
Oh no.
See? That's a Wicked song. I did that for you.
Thank you.
Oh,
I
is it a Wicked
appreciate
song?
that.
Yeah, I just
Oh, that's
Googled it.
funny
And
then.
yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, thank you. See, that was.
It's not the popular ones, but
was good.
it's all right.
What is the popular song here?
There's one called Popular.
Popular.
Defying Gravity is probably number one Wicked.
Have you seen Wicked? Wait, you said you haven't seen Wicked.
No.
I saw it at the Pantages Theater back in high school. It was,
Stop with the
Why?
OG cast.
is that OG? I don't know. How old am I? It's old, right?
What year was this?
I graduated high school in 2005.
Yep, this was the
That's
OG
like-
cast. Damn.
Was that even Wicked or was that a different show? Like this is too long ago.
It is
I don't-
Wicked.
Yeah.
They had a Broadway moment back then. They did.
Wow.
Idina Menzel, Kristen Chenoweth. Fabulous.
You haven't seen it though, but like the people that are
Isn't that messed up? I said unhinged
weird.
facts.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. But I had to bring that back because I was like, whoa, I saw that box and I was like, dude, this has to go on To Live and Talk in LA. It's
Yeah.
just right.
It's
I have
funny.
to keep the theme at this point.
I mean, honestly, like the attention to detail is there. Like people are out there like seeing things, and they saw Wicked.com, and the heart wants what the heart wants.
I'm wondering
is-
if it's like some 8-year-old that just was like, oh, that's a website. Let me just look it up. And was like, Mom, you know?
Well, what is the Wicked website? Like not the porn website, but like if I wanted to go to the movie, what is the website?
I think it's Wicked Movie. Is
Wicked the
it?
musical. Well, I mean, maybe there's the Wicked movie.
Yeah, because
As it
the
sounds like it,
Instagram is the Wicked Movie. They were close, probably. They were very
It
close.
doesn't even come up actually. Oh yeah,
Oh my God.
wickedmovie.com.
Mm-hmm. Wicked Movie.
It's a shitty website. This doesn't even look real. Wow. Oh no, I see. Okay, yeah, it's Wicked Movie. Yeah.
I'm like, is that even the right one? I'm like, a Wicked Movie could also be the wrong site. Like, if you really think about it.
Wow, they're partners with Bloomingdale's and Lexus. What the fuck does that even have to do with anything? Why is this happening? I went to wickedmovie.com and it shows partners. Betty Crocker, Android, Samsung, Ulta Beauty, Lexus. This is like weird. I didn't know that movies were sponsored by brands. Starbucks is a sponsor.
Follow the money, Victor. Follow
I
the
guess
Yeah.
so.
money.
All the way to the top here.
You just started something. We have to know.
Yeah.
Let me see something.
Well, I think that's a good place to. We didn't even come up with a show title. Like we didn't identify the show title of this episode, so we're gonna have to figure this one out, guys. Like offline.
We'll find in Pillow Talk. Maybe it's not over.
Well, no, that's over. Like the game is now we are 0 for 1 in.
No, I think it's Cringy Teens.
We got to call it once it happens, though.
I'm sorry. I'll try better.
Yeah,
Like-
that's on all of us.
Yeah, remember that's we name the show title as we go along. That's one of the games that we're gonna have games to play. This is one of them. We'll keep ourselves entertained. But let's go ahead. Let's end this right now. Put us out of our misery. Victor, where can I find us?
You guys, we're To Live and Talk in LA. You can find us live streaming every Wednesday at 7:30 on Twitch and YouTube. So check us out. We're starting to post more now too. So take a look at our social media. We're doing TikTok and Instagram. Finally, you can find us on Fridays wherever you get your podcasts. So give us a listen. Thanks, guys.
Come through.
Yeah.
Come through. All right, dudes. We'll see you next week. Peace. Look at that. Another episode down, guys.
Number 2. Let's go.
Now I'm trying to
We have-
find other movies that are coming out and finding their websites and seeing if they have partners on there because that bothered me for some reason. A lot of movies don't even
What
have
is it
websites.
about Wicked? Why does
Yeah.
Wicked get us? Like,
That's-
I've never heard of a movie being sponsored.
It's weird.
It's big movie, dude. It's like big pharma. That's a big movie. They're just moving through.
Have you guys heard this narrative that like you can't basically like get a movie deal signed anymore unless it's like banking on something that's been successful in the past?
No new
Yeah.
ideas.
Like IP. Like
Yeah, IP. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
what I was like. I don't know what the acronym is. Yeah, IP. Isn't that wild?
Well, you know what? I think here's my pitch, and I think there's movie studios everywhere, and there's guilds. I think every studio has to make movies within certain price limits. Like you have to make 10 movies for like $20 million or less. Like because you can't make a movie like Superbad and expect it to be $300 million in budget. Like,
Yeah, there's no like low budget movies anymore. Not even mid budget.
yeah,
Because the
it's
low ones make it to Sundance still, right? They're like actual creators.
yeah, and this is specifically for comedies. Like the like recently I watched it was that Jennifer Lawrence movie. I think we talked about this like in person. It was the one where
Oh yeah,
their parents try to get her to have sex with their son who's like awkward.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember her name. Is it No Strings Attached? No, it's not.
yeah.
No.
No.
Let's do this without googling it. Can we do
I
it?
don't know. I don't know.
I'm already
Man.
typing.
Just type in.
I'm like you. I'm not a J-Law gal. I
guys
don't
ready?
know. Yes.
No.
No hard feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
There you go. There you go.
like that movie couldn't have been made like it's probably in like I don't know what movie budgets are anymore, but it can't have been that high, and it was fun. It was a fun movie, but like I think movie studios need to come together and like or like kind of this like by law and just you have to make these budget type movies because then this will put money into the economy if you do it.
Yeah, like
That's
a
my big-
quota. Yeah.
That's my big
Yeah,
ticket.
movies just have to be bangers now. People don't go to the movies anymore. So this is like a weird thing. And there's the DVD sales aren't a thing anymore. And that was a whole second wave that would compensate for a lot of the cost of movies. How much do you think
That's
it
true
costs to make
too,
No
yeah.
Hard Feelings? Guess, you guys. Guess how much? The budget.
It's
Might not
still
even
gonna be
seen it, but
crazy.
just guess.
Well, there's the budget because when you think budget, you're thinking of everyone's salary combined, right? That's the budget.
I just Googled it. I assume it's like cost of making it plus like marketing and whatever. I think it's like just a bundled figure.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go 20 mil.
I'm gonna go 70 million.
It's 40. 45. So
Okay.
see? Okay.
That's still crazy.
Well, I mean, like, because you have to account for Jennifer Lawrence's salary. I think that's huge, and then you have to account for I don't know what else there is. Like,
I mean, there's all kinds of shit, dude.
crap
There are
catering.
trailers and
Yeah.
catering, all kind. Who knows? Like, let's
But
see
then
what
does
the-
that pull it out, like J-Law being in it, for example, does that pull it out of being one of those like super bad parallels, for example? Because like when super bad came out, those people were not famous for the most part. So like that's not happening for sure. Like those kinds of films just are not successful right now.
yeah, you have to have The Rock in it or something.
Yeah,
God.
or you have to have a Jennifer Lawrence, like or Florence Pugh, like the one person that kind of gets this weird notoriety and then they like go with it.
I'm looking up movie budgets now. Very curious about this, but I can't filter it by. Oh, here we go.
Wait, what's Wicked? That's a nice place to start, low key.
I'm trying to find it. You guys have to keep talking. 'Cause they have
Um,
it by like most expensive, and it's like I don't want to see that. I want recent movies. Anyways, I'm digging.
Yeah, I didn't like that intellectual property thing, but I felt it, because we feel like everybody's been talking about, oh, all the movies are sequels now, like nobody makes anything original. And it's like, no, that's actually a thing that's happening.
People also don't want to watch stuff that's original too, though. Like when you hear some random
Yeah.
story, it's got to be super good, or it's got to be like a Disney movie. I feel like those are the only ones, Disney, Pixar, who can just make a random thing and everyone will go watch it. The budget for Wicked the movie, 145 million.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
a lot.
Yeah,
It's a lot of money.
triple
So it's hard.
J-Law's movie.
You're not a big fan of J-Law, huh?
She's consistently
No.
hating on her, so
I
it's
know
pretty
this has happened
clear.
a couple of episodes now. I'm sorry. Yeah, on accident. There's nothing in particular. I just find her a little annoying.
Hmm. I like. Well, I
Hmm.
mean, it's funny because like I don't have any like opinion on her. She's good looking. She
Yes.
was funny in the movie, and I've never seen anything else. I
Watch her on
haven't.
Jimmy Fallon and then come back to me.
Is she nude on
She
Jimmy
must have
Fallon?
been.
Oh, I
What's the
don't know.
draw?
I don't know if it's Jimmy Fallon that's annoying and then he brings it out of her. They fuel each other's annoying and it really drives me bonkers. And that's the first time I feel like I've seen the real her and I don't love it. Like I don't hate her acting. Like I like movies that she's in. Like Hunger Games was sick. She was fantastic. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. That's okay.
That's fine. Good news, guys. I got a text message saying my Din Tai Fung reservation is ready for tomorrow.
Dude, those are hard to come by. I always try to get a Din Tai Fung reservation like the same day and just hoping they have something.
Mhm.
And it's a fool's. It doesn't work like that.
Dude, I get them all the time. I put that on the agenda. How frequently are we hitting up Din Tai Fung?
Not enough.
Honestly, yeah. But it's so expensive, but it's honestly phenomenal. Every time I go, they never miss.
Tell me if I'm wrong about this, you guys. Mark, you didn't get a chance to reply, but just 1 second. My girlfriend doesn't eat pork, so I don't really want to get a Din Tai Fung with her because I feel like all the best stuff is pork. Am
Mhm.
I wrong?
You can
Can we work
get it
around
in
it?
chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's shrimp. Can she eat shrimp?
Yeah, but I don't like the shumais that much. I like the XLBs.
Well,
That's all I
you
want.
Get chicken. Get chicken.
but you can order it yourself and eat it, right?
I can eat 2 baskets of XLBs by myself, dude. That's all
Then
I
what's
need
the
to do.
problem? Why
I
do
don't
you
know.
need to watch her eat pork?
Because I just feel like I like to share stuff is the thing too. Like, so I want to order like multiple, like all the best things. And I just feel like the chicken ones just don't hit the same, dude. I like chicken. I eat chicken. I just feel like when you go there, it's like, that's like going to Tommy Burger and getting a hot dog. You know? It's like you're not getting the thing.
But it's like
Yeah.
it's like blackjack. Like your hand only affects your hand. So
No, dude, if
her,
you took that 3, you're fucking up my RNG, bro.
but
No, I'm with Big because the minion and I used to not hit up Din Tai Fung so much because he didn't eat dumplings, which now that has changed and he has tasted these and it's
Yeah.
a new dawn, new day. But I didn't want to go because I was like, I don't want to sit there and just eat these dumplings by myself. Like we can just eat 3 times the amount of dumplings together. Like that feels right at Din Tai Fung. It's a sharing place. You don't go there
In
to
her
like
defense, she's
get
down to go and
yours.
just eat chicken and let me do my thing though. So this is a me problem because she's proposed going to DTF and it just hasn't worked out. And maybe that's because I'm like, we should try it again.
dude, it 100% is your fucking problem because
Yeah,
it's
the chicken is good,
Here's the
dude.
yeah,
thing: the last time we also went with, they're lovely. They're vegans though, and so I think I just got confused. I think it just
You know
weirded me
what?
out.
Just scratch it all, give it
Just
another
forget
shot,
it.
come back to us, okay?
Yeah. No, because
no,
I
it's like
love the place, but the last visit wasn't good.
it's like a mukbang. You're gonna watch me eat, and you're gonna watch me eat 20 dumplings, and I have no qualms about it whatsoever. Like, and I
Yeah,
literally can put away
what are you
some.
ordering? What are your words? Like, what are you getting when you go to Din Tai Fung?
I like the. It's funny because I just know when I see it on the menu, like I'm like a feel kind of guy, you know. But I like the pork and shrimp dumplings. I like the shumais. I like like you said, everything's a win. The only thing that's missing is 10-year-old urine.
Oh my
They haven't got there
god,
yet. Gotta
disgusting.
pay extra for that.
Where's the piss boy?
Show me your best piss boy.
I can't. I'm just like imagining the soup being hot pea instead of soup. Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah.
P boy, and it just walks out just like, oh, dude,
They all hustle out with their little, yeah.
oh my
Man,
Little
they
god.
sumo
they have some
outfits.
diligent workers in there, low key. Have you ever
I
met
mean,
a bad Din Tai Fung server?
Mm-mm.
no, dude, like that's actually a
No.
really good point.
They're
They,
getting
they're
fucking
all
paid.
on it.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
getting huge
are.
tips there, dude. Every table's like big tip.
Yeah, you're walking out with like 30, 40 bucks
I was
easy.
gonna say, yeah, like 30 minimum per table.
Mhm.
You know, that's pretty
Mhm.
good.
But I'm more in awe of the fact that they put all their workers on display to make the dumplings.
Kind of savage.
I
Did they
couldn't work like
move
that.
The Din Tai Fung in Glendale, by the way, they moved it.
Yeah, it's in the Galleria now.
It's not on the main street because I remember you could see them right when you walked in, but that's
no,
not. a
you
thing
see,
anymore.
you have to go into the mall now, so you have to go
Mm,
and walk through, I don't know, PacSun or Gap or something.
PacSun.
I
Does that
love
still exist,
PacSun.
PacSun?
That
PacSun
drew
still
me
exists,
back.
dude.
Shut up,
That's a high school thing.
dude! I used to love PacSun.
PacSun, middle school thing even. PacSun.
There is PacSun. There's one in Santa Monica. Holy shit! This is bringing me back. I'm nostalgic today. I'm feeling very nostalgic today, you guys. Something about it.
We
I
were
mean-
90s heavy today. I
Yeah.
think we were feeling it.
You know what I was thinking about today? This random memory that makes me cringe super hard of something I did when I was like 12, and I wanted to tell you guys, and I forgot to write it down because I've been feeling nostalgic all day. I've been thinking about my childhood a lot. I'm gonna try
What
to
is it?
remember. No, I'm trying to remember now. I was gonna write it down. I
Oh
know,
my
I
God.
know, but I'm just saying, like, this is
Way to-
like literally like 3 hours ago, and I was like, I need to talk about this, and now it's gone.
Way
This
to
is
build
like
it
the
up, dude.
fifth
I know.
time this has
Yeah.
happened, this episode. There's like, what's that thing we just
Hmm.
are not
So bad.
capturing?
What was your last dream you remembered?
Me?
Anybody?
Yo, I was having nightmares last night. Like I was having anxiety, like that I was gonna fail at this big presentation. And like I was in a whole nother world. I was panicking.
you dream about you know what I have like every 7 months I dream that I'm back working at the Apple store. I have that dream, and it's
Dream
and
or nightmare, dude.
I mean, it teeters on both because like it's always it's never the same dream, but the setup is always the same, which is I end up back at some version of an Apple store, which is, you know, it's familiar to you at that time, but it's really not when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I end up there and they hand me the device to check people out and said, you're back. And I always say, I'm fucking working at Apple again, dude. Not again. And I start working. Like I accept it for what it is. Like so that's like that dream happens every 7 months, I feel like.
That's
Like,
bizarre.
yeah, I've because I've been in my situation, my situationship of ruptured Achilles. All my dreams, like I think I'm forgetting what it's like to walk because I think all my dreams are involving me on crutches now.
Mhm.
Isn't that fucking sad, dude? Like I my dreams are on crutches.
You forgot what it's like. That is kind of sad.
It's like I'm living in a life where I don't remember what it's like to walk because I had a dream that I was on crutches and it broke. Like, and I was like, and I can't go anywhere, and I'm like telling someone, go to my car and get my scooter. At this point, it's real, right? Like, and I'm like, go
Is
to my
this
car and
in
get my
your
scooter.
Apple dream or is
No,
this
no,
separate?
Separate nightmare.
This is my most recent dream. And I say, go to my car and get my scooter. And whoever goes to my car comes back, and they come back with, I said, why did you bring my scooter paperwork? I don't have scooter paperwork. I don't need one to operate. But in my head, I was like, why did you bring my
Brings
scooter
you the pink
paperwork?
slip. Yeah.
And they're like, what? They're all
Yeah.
confused. I'm like, I can't ride the paperwork. And I was like, so upset. And like, so like, that is a very vivid dream that happened to me recently. So there's a reason why I asked, what's your most recent dream? Because that is sticking in my head.
I oftentimes have dreams that I'm back in school and that I think this is a basic one that a lot of people have, but I just had this like last week where I'm just like in English class and I didn't read the book. and it's just coming to be my turn and to do whatever it is that we're doing in class that day, and I'm just not fucking ready. Like, and it gives me a lot of anxiety. I had a really vivid bad dream the other day that I was telling my girlfriend about. And I'm trying to remember now. I'm having memory problems today, you guys. This is killing me. I have things that I want to share, and it's like not happening. I only had a coffee before this to like amp me up, and I'm flopping, dude. Give me a second.
Dude, Honan, were you driving home when you were thinking about nostalgia? We're like,
It's okay. It's okay.
smelled like shit, and you thought of Palmdale. Like, what happened, dude? What's going on?
No, dude. It's fucking me up. It's okay.
Do you have any recurring dreams, Vic? Do you ever have those?
Not anymore recently, but I used to have this dream, or not. I would have a lot of dreams where my teeth would fall out, like into my hands. Like I would be like talking, and then my teeth would just start falling out, and it would be like in my hands, and I would be holding like this, and then they would like evaporate, or they would like turn into bugs, or they would like shatter. It was always the same thing. My teeth would fall out, and then something would happen to them in my hands.
And that's a repeat? How often and when were you having
This
these?
is a while ago. This is years ago. I haven't had that in a while, but I remember that too. Particularly the one where they crumbled into little bugs and went all up my body because it was so terrifying. But I don't have a lot of bad dreams anymore. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't get a lot of recurring dreams either, but I had also a long time ago, like when I was a kid, every time I got sick, I would have the same recurring like dream nightmare. I was like running some race in like black space, kind of like this actually, the background. And I was just like running. I could see the finish line, but it would just keep like I would get closer, and then right when you're getting close, it would like pull further away.
Mm.
And then that would happen for like an aggressive amount of time. And then as soon as I crossed it, they'd give me like this trophy, and I was like, yeah, finally I got it. And it would morph into like a ball of plasma that looked like a ball of yarn. I'm not even kidding. Like, it was so weird. And this would happen every time I got sick. I
That is
don't know
weird.
why.
What does it mean?
Yeah, this is a witch power thing that I was talking about. But I was like, is there some strange? And it would happen every single time. But then, like, I don't know, at a certain age, it just kind of stopped.
I don't have bad dreams too much anymore because usually when I'm experiencing them, after like 2 or 3 things that are weird or don't make sense happen, I'm like, I'm in a fucking dream. And then I wake up. I can tell. And then I wake myself up every time. So I don't really explore bad dreams anymore because I figure it out pretty quickly in the dreams, usually, you know?
That only happens to me when something good is about to happen.
Yeah, true.
Like I was like, oh my god, I'm about to make out Anna Kendrick. Oh, this is a dream, isn't it? And I'm like, fuck. Like
I
it's like
heard that if you reveal in your dream that you know you're dreaming, that some shit can go down and people like come after you in your dreams. Have you guys heard this?
No.
It hasn't happened to me yet. And I do that a lot.
Do you tell them? Do you tell them, oh, I'm dreaming? And then you just wake up?
In my dreams, sometimes I usually just figure it out, and then I wake up pretty quickly after that. I don't tell people, but I'm always like, okay, come on. And then, you know.
I want you to, next time you're in there and you see somebody and you realize it,
Yeah.
tell them and come back to us.
And see
I
what
want
they
to know
do.
what
They're gonna like
happened.
transform and kill me in my dreams. or
Well, I
something.
heard that they like don't like it and that they look at you and like this is a like repeat experience that has happened to a bunch of people. And I'm like, I never
Ugh,
tell
that's actually giving
anybody.
me the chills. I don't like that.
Do it.
It's like you're breaking the illusion, you know, like the Matrix.
The Guatemalan has a thing of like when she wakes up, she's like, I was having nightmares. I'm like, how about you tell me you had a good dream sometimes? Like, why do we like this? Not
Every
so
freaking
much
day
on
for me
on
too.
her.
It's
not
a
so much
Guatemalan thing.
But it's like maybe we can start looking at it. Let's announce when good things happen. Like I had a nightmare last night. And like, you know, like I don't know if like coworkers will say that, like I had a rough night, I had nightmares. I'm like, tell me when you had a good dream, because this we're more inclined to hear about the bad shit. Just tell me some good news.
Well, the thing is, nobody gives a shit about dreams except fellow podcast hosts and significant others. So my girlfriend wakes up every day with a bad dream, and I listen to the story. But at coworkers, I'm like, nope, I don't listen to dreams.
Yeah, no, you don't
Sorry.
bring that to work. That's a weird
I'm
one.
good, thank you. You've been out of bed for 4 hours. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, like, I mean, think about how bad that dream was. That they got ready, brushed their teeth, brushed your teeth, got ready for work, drove in, parked in the parking lot, walked into the office, and they said, "I need to tell you about my nightmare."
Yeah. You drove in traffic for 45 minutes and you carried this shit the whole time?
You
That's
laid in on the
crazy.
horn behind some guy off of whatever street who just stopped in the middle of nowhere, and here you are telling us about your nightmares. Yep.
It's like you can just control if you can just control the dream. I
That's
don't
what
know,
they
man.
say. Yeah, if you figure it out, you can control it. I've not got to that step, so I have to practice. But I usually
Lucid
just wake up.
dreaming.
Yeah, I would like to do lucid dreaming. You can do some cool stuff. It's like having your own Star Trek holodeck. You just do whatever you want.
But at that point you're working, because like when you're dreaming, you're watching a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
But when you start writing the script and start doing all these things, aren't you working then, and is therefore no longer really rest?
Yeah, I'm gonna wake up tired. Or maybe it's like an infinite dreamland, and you can just do whatever you want, and then eventually you wake up. Like it just ends. I don't know.
Maybe that's a different part of your brain,
It's work.
you know? Like maybe you have to tap into something that we don't have access to, but still is rest. Maybe it's like a special power or something.
Acapulco's got a lot of information about this. You're in a dream, and somehow when you have to actively control it, you'll wake up when you break the focus. So it's like a spell you have to maintain. Interesting.
Victor, do you know you make sounds when you sleep?
Yeah, I've heard. My girlfriend tells me. But you know what? All you fuckers made sound when you sleep, okay?
Yeah, but, like-
Snoring and all this stuff.
But like
But does he
What,
just
is
go
it
like,
sleep talking?
nah,
you're like, huh.
Yeah. I like hum myself up. There was a
The
while,
minion does that. The minion does that.
There was a long time where right where I was gonna fall asleep, I'd go and I would wake myself up. For like months, this was happening to me. I don't know if it's how I keep my mouth open or what, but I would literally. My girlfriend will agree to this because she would hear me too, and then I would just wake up. It's like fuck, dude.
Apparently,
be
I lightly
exhausted.
talk, but I don't. I
Mm.
don't do that. I don't grunt in my like. Maybe I don't know.
like
I'll
a-
have to come back.
It's like if you just keep your mouth open and then when you're breathing, it's like it activates my vocal cord. It's not like I'm talking. It's just like it's like a involuntary sound, but it does happen. That's true.
I grind my teeth.
Fuck yes, you
Oh,
do. And it's
hell
really
no,
bad,
dude.
dude.
Hell
It's
no.
so
It's
bad.
is it loud?
It's really bad. It's worse. It's worse than I've heard. My girlfriend grinds her teeth too, and I was sleeping next to this dude, and it's like really fucking bad. It was
So you were sleeping
scary.
next to Mark, huh? Tell me
I
more.
I
Yeah.
was. It was scary.
You pissed on my food. It was amazing. It was beautiful. Like
Oh,
like-
you were the small Asian boy. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, it
Yeah.
was you the whole time.
those plot twists. Yeah, like, for the bachelor's party, like it's funny because like it's one thing when you're high school and college and like you all share rooms or something. But like when you're like kind of in your 30s and sharing rooms, it's a novelty and it's just funny because it's no longer a necessity. I like to think like we can all technically get our own rooms, but there was something fun about being in a room with adults in their 30s and like
I thought it was fun.
you're like you'd see DJ Buzz on his phone like at 3 a.m. like on his
Yeah.
stomach with his feet up. You're like, what is going on here, dude? Like, and then we
they're
all have
too
weird
laid
sleeping
out.
things.
Yeah,
People
everybody's-
snore. Everyone snores. I think I snore, but I am a notorious teeth grinder.
You
So
snore,
that's-
yeah. I don't think I
But my-
snore. I just make weird moaning sounds.
My teeth never hurt in the morning. That's a thing. For the longest time, I told people you're just bullshitting because my teeth don't hurt after grinding.
Has your
At all.
dentist said anything?
My dentist has never said anything.
Gotta find
I
out
have
how
to get my
remind
I have
you.
to get my wisdom teeth pulled like that for sure. It's impacted. I got to do that. But like I always forget to ask about the grinding. But they look at my teeth and they never say anything of like, do you grind your teeth? Like I feel like that's something a dentist would ask.
They usually do, I feel like.
Yeah. I feel like they all say it because they're trying to get you to buy like an $800 retainer. So I never believe them.
Mhm.
But yeah, you definitely do. I can tell you for sure. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think I might have to break here from Pillow Talk just because I haven't
Yeah.
eaten yet. So I gotta have some of those elevated ass leftovers.
Kill the stream, dude.
Wait,
All
no,
right.
you didn't even tell us what it was.
Oh,
Dude, you have a homework assignment, dude.
Well,
You have to name your girlfriend, and you have to
yeah.
you have to tell us what you're being nostalgic about.
I'm gonna find out. It's gonna hit me like a ton of bricks when I'm driving to Malibu tomorrow, and I'll tell you guys because it was funny.
I'm
Anyways.
waiting for it.